There are mushrooms growing in forests right now that can do things most prescription drugs only dream of. And the craziest part? Some of them have been used for thousands of years, backed by modern science, and yet your doctor has probably never mentioned a single one. Today we are counting down 10 medicinal mushrooms that the pharmaceutical industry would rather you never learn about. And stick around because number 7 literally helps your brain grow new neurons, number 4 was used by Viking warriors before battle, and number 1 has been called the most powerful natural anti-cancer compound ever studied. If that sounds unbelievable, just wait until you see the research. Before we dive in, if you are into natural health, forgotten remedies, and the kind of knowledge that used to be common sense before it became inconvenient for billion-dollar industries, hit that subscribe button right now. You are going to want to see what we cover next. Let us start with number 10. Maitake, also known by its Latin name, Grifola frondosa. In Japan, this mushroom earned the nickname the dancing mushroom because legend says that people who found it in the wild would literally dance with joy. And honestly, once you learn what it does, you will understand why. Maitake contains a unique compound called diffraction, a type of beta-glucan polysaccharide that has been shown to activate natural killer cells and macrophages, which are essentially your immune system's frontline soldiers. Research suggests that Maitake can also help regulate blood sugar levels by improving insulin sensitivity. Traditional Japanese healers have used it for centuries to support overall vitality, and modern studies are finally catching up. You can find Maitake fresh at many farmers markets or dried in specialty stores. It is delicious sautéed with garlic and butter. Think of Maitake as a personal trainer for your immune system, keeping it sharp, responsive, and ready for anything. Number 9, Chaga, Inonotus obliquus. If you have ever walked through a birch forest and noticed a dark charcoal-like growth on a tree trunk, you were probably looking at one of the most antioxidant-rich substances on the planet. Chaga has been used in Russian and Scandinavian folk medicine for centuries, brewed as a tea to fight illness and boost endurance. What makes Chaga remarkable is its ORAC score, which measures antioxidant capacity. It blows blueberries, acai, and turmeric completely out of the water. Chaga contains betulinic acid, which it absorbs directly from birch trees, and research suggests this compound has powerful anti-inflammatory and even anti-tumor properties. Siberian shamans called it the gift from God. The easiest way to use chaga is as a tea or ground powder added to coffee. Think of chaga as rust protection for your cells, shielding them from the oxidative damage that accelerates aging and disease. Number 8. Cordyceps, Cordyceps militaris. This one sounds like something out of a horror movie, and honestly the way it grows kind of is. In nature, Cordyceps infects insects, takes over their bodies, and sprouts a fruiting body right out of them. But do not let that scare you away because what this mushroom does for the human body is extraordinary. Cordyceps has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 1,000 years as a powerful energy and stamina booster. Modern research shows it increases the production of adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, which is the molecule your cells use for energy. Studies on athletes have demonstrated improved oxygen utilization and endurance performance. Tibetan yak herders first noticed that their animals became more energetic after grazing on cordyceps at high altitudes. Today you can get cultivated Cordyceps militaris as a supplement or powder. Think of cordyceps as upgrading the battery in every single cell of your body. Number 7. Lion's mane, Hericium erinaceus. Here is where things get truly mind-blowing. Lion's mane is the only mushroom known to science that stimulates the production of nerve growth factor, or NGF. Though that means it literally encourages your brain to grow new neurons and repair damaged nerve tissue. Let that sink in. A mushroom that helps your brain regenerate. Research suggests that lion's mane may improve memory, focus, and cognitive function, and some studies indicate it could play a role in slowing the progression of neurodegenerative conditions. Buddhist monks reportedly consumed lion's mane tea before meditation to enhance concentration and spiritual awareness. The taste is often compared to lobster or crab when cooked fresh. You can also find it as a supplement or powder. Think of lion's mane as fertilizer for your brain, helping new connections grow where old ones have faded. Number 6. turkey tail, Tremites versicolor. You have almost certainly seen this mushroom before without knowing it. Those colorful, all fan-shaped fungi growing on dead logs in practically every forest in the world. That is turkey tail. And despite how common it is, this mushroom has attracted serious scientific attention. Turkey tail contains two polysaccharides called PSK and PSP that have been extensively studied for their immune-modulating properties. In Japan, PSK is actually an approved adjunct therapy used alongside conventional cancer treatments. It is one of the best-selling anti-cancer drugs in Japan and has been for decades. Let that sink in. A compound from a mushroom you can find in your local park is being used in hospitals on the other side of the world. You can brew turkey tail as a tea or take it as a supplement. Think of it as a software update for your immune system, fine-tuning its ability to detect and respond to threats. Now, halfway through this list, and the mushrooms we have left are even more incredible. If you are learning something new today, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it helps this video reach more people who deserve to know this information. Trust me, you do not want to miss what is coming up. Number 5. Reishi, Ganoderma lucidum. In ancient China, reishi was so revered that it was reserved exclusively for royalty. They called it the mushroom of immortality, and depicted it in paintings, carvings, and tapestries as a symbol of divine power and eternal health. And honestly, the science is starting to show that those ancient emperors might have been onto something. Reishi contains over 400 bioactive compounds, including triterpenes and polysaccharides that work together to modulate the immune system, reduce inflammation, and support liver function. Research also suggests that reishi may help lower cortisol levels and improve sleep quality, making it one of the best natural adaptogens available. It tastes bitter, so most people take it as an extract or in capsule form. Think of reishi as a wise old advisor for your body, calming what needs calming and strengthening what needs strengthening. Number 4. Amanita Muscaria. Now, before anyone panics, yes, this is the iconic red and white spotted mushroom from fairy tales and video games. And yes, it is classified as toxic in its raw form. But here is what most people do not know. For thousands of years, Siberian shamans, Viking berserkers, and various indigenous cultures used carefully prepared Amanita Muscaria for its medicinal and psychoactive properties. The key compound is mucimol, which acts on GABA receptors in the brain. In microdoses, traditional practitioners used it for pain relief, anxiety reduction, and deep restorative sleep. There is a growing body of anecdotal evidence and emerging research around its potential for treating insomnia and chronic pain. This is absolutely not something to experiment with casually. Traditional preparation methods involved careful drying and dosing. Think of Amanita Muscaria as a locked vault containing incredible potential, but one that requires the right key and deep respect to open safely. Number 3. Shiitake, Lentinula edodes. Most people think of shiitake as just a tasty cooking mushroom, and that is exactly what makes it so underestimated. Shiitake contains a compound called lentinon, which is a beta-glucan that has been studied extensively for its immune-boosting and anti-tumor properties. Like turkey tail's PSK, lentinan is actually used as an approved medical treatment in some Asian countries. But shiitake does not stop there. It is one of the few natural sources of all 8 essential amino acids, and it provides significant amounts of vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. Research suggests that eating shiitake regularly may help lower cholesterol and support cardiovascular health. Ancient Chinese physicians documented its medicinal use over 2,000 years ago. The beauty of shiitake is that you do not need a supplement. Just eat them. Sautéed, in soups, in stir-fries. Think of shiitake as medicine hiding in your dinner, working quietly in the background every time you eat it. Number 2. Psilocybe cubensis. This is probably the most controversial entry on this list, but ignoring it would be ignoring one of the most significant medical research breakthroughs of the last 20 years. Psilocybin, the active compound in these mushrooms, is currently being studied at Johns Hopkins, NYU, Imperial College London, and dozens of other major research institutions around the world. Clinical trials have shown remarkable results for treatment-resistant depression, end-of-life anxiety, PTSD, and addiction. The FDA has granted psilocybin breakthrough therapy designation, which is a signal that it may offer substantial improvement over existing treatments. Indigenous cultures across Central America used these mushrooms ceremonially for thousands of years before colonization suppressed the practice. This is not about recreation. This is about a natural compound that appears to fundamentally reset neural pathways in ways that synthetic antidepressants simply cannot. Legal status varies by region and is changing rapidly. Think of psilocybin as a system reboot for the brain, clearing out years of stuck patterns and allowing the mind to find new paths. And finally, number 1, the mushroom that sits at the top of this list for a reason that might surprise you. Tremetes robiniophila, commonly known as Huaier. Most people in the Western world have never even heard of this mushroom, and that is exactly the point. In China, Huaier has been used medicinally for over 1,600 years. But what catapulted it into the spotlight is modern research. Huaier extract contains a unique proteoglycan that studies suggest can inhibit tumor growth through multiple pathways simultaneously, including blocking angiogenesis, which is the process tumors use to build their own blood supply, inducing apoptosis in cancer cells, and modulating the immune response. It has been approved in China as an adjunct therapy for liver cancer treatment. Peer-reviewed studies published in international journals have investigated its effects on breast, lung, and colorectal cancers with promising results. And yet, in most Western countries, you will never hear about it from your oncologist. That is not a conspiracy theory. That is a funding and market incentive problem. Natural compounds cannot be patented the same way synthetic drugs can, which means there is far less financial motivation to push them through expensive clinical trials in the West. Think of Huaier as the most important mushroom you have never heard of, a compound with centuries of traditional use and a rapidly growing body of modern evidence that deserves far more attention than it currently receives. So, there you have it. 10 medicinal mushrooms with real science, real history, and real potential that most people will go their entire lives without learning about. From Maitake's immune-boosting dance to Huaier's extraordinary anti-cancer research, the fungal kingdom holds secrets that we are only beginning to understand. And the more we learn, the harder it becomes to ignore. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me which mushroom from this list surprised you the most. And if there is a mushroom you think should have made this list, let me know. If you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to see it, and make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next one. Until then, stay curious and stay healthy.